I sit at home and constantly inject it into my soul until I feel it from my head to my toes, and it gets me high as a kite. But I'll be alright. Some nights I wake up in a cold sweat next to a cold fan, walking around the house 4 in the morning like an old man, talking to myself. But trust me, I don't need your help. Because it's not a passing fad, but the best buzz I ever had. Matter of fact, I overheard 2 beautiful birds say, you know Bill Brady? He is out there. Bad. But I'm cool like that dude that lady sing the blues. Don't need for you to feel no sorrow. I'm not going to ever resort to panhandling, even though I'm going to ask you, you got a ink pen out tomorrow? Because no matter how much of this I put in my system, I never change, so you know it's me. But I get my buzz, I get my contact, I get high as a kite from all of this poetry. You know I get so high. I mean, I get so high. I can feel my ancestors from 200 years back that been hit with whips and chains. I heard each and every one of them as they call out. Man, I bet if I get hit with a whip right now, nothing but nouns and pronouns will fall out. And is there a doctor in the house? I mean, is there a doctor in the house? But come to think of it, I need help. It's like I fiend for more and more metaphors until there are no more metaphors left. I'm like an addict. I gotta have it. 24/7, 8 days a week. And it's the first thing I do when I wake up in the morning, and the last thing before I go to sleep. So I guess you can call me a poetry fiend, or for short, you can just call me a poet. Because I've been strung out with poetry for 18 years, and for 10 years, man, I didn't even know it. But I will continue to write and bless this mic until I finally pay my dues. And my late mother used to call me back in the days of 21st century Langston Hughes. But if I ever overdose on this poetry, man, you need to call 911 to come and get me, and make sure they throw me in the back of that ambulance, they throw this microphone in there with me. Because no matter how much of this I put in my system, I never change, so you know it's me. But I get my buzz, I get my contact, I get high as a kite from all of this poetry.
Yeah. Not long before fair-skinned birth becomes immediate suicide. The Catholic schoolgirls sneaking cigs at bus stops, becoming nothing more than camel-light butts atop smoldering plaid skirts. A scorching summer has begun. Cut a deal with spring and moved in quick. No middlemen, no compromise. Adapt or perish. Become obsidian. LA, eternally aflame, will not survive. Albinos will not survive. The blacks will do just fine, but will not inherit much. With high heat comes higher tension, lower tolerance. Ride the city bus and prepare for frustration. Cook an egg on the hot hate. Submit to your hot fate. Put your head in the freezer and survive the wait. You're familiar with St. Louis, you'll get it. The streets overflow with trash. Trash stagnates next to trash cans, a monument to giving up, to ultimate apathy. Desperate letters to any wayward lover who had taken a fool. It's a hard pill to swallow over and over and over and over and over again. Wealthy families are embarrassed by such things because they cannot understand nihilism without reason. There is no reason in nihilism. I may have been a sorrel in another life. I may be a drunk in this life, or a failed seducer. I may be a lot of things to a lot of people. I may be a brick in the wall of gentrification. I may be unwitting, or I may be exactly what I will myself to be. Wealthy families are embarrassed. Trash is everywhere, and I may be full of hot air, or dead weight, or scattered trash next to an empty trash can. The crack dealers with their long brown nails walk amongst their zombie users, unacknowledged, a secret unspoken, understanding. Users jittery trotting to any song with a beat, uneasy writhing glee. You recall the feeling and become uneasy yourself. The hooker women are tweaked and sweet and tip well, followed by snarling prosperity. Some men were born with faces for business. But I like the prostitutes. I like the way they say, "Thank you, baby," as if neither of us have been regarded as human in quite some time. We're not so different. It's just less expensive to fuck me. It is a beautiful day for the rambling crackhead on my corner, for the empty plastic whiskey bottles amongst the heaps of trash in the gutter. It is a beautiful day for one red-eye, post office suckers, and the kindness of lesbians. It is a beautiful day for being asked for change you really don't have, and pretty black girls outside of Planned Parenthood. It is a beautiful day for not working when you said you would, for forgotten plans from the night before, for well-rested kittens and far-fetched love. It is a beautiful day to walk, to ride, to laugh or to cry, to live or to die. It is a beautiful day for devastation, for the loneliness of a dead town, for the reality of a walk around your block. It is, simply put, a beautiful day.
Personal stability. I watched it on television, and I quoted him when they said, "They would fight to the death for the claim of the females. These are lions and rhinoceri and hippo and wild dogs and wolverine." Men give name and exclude his devotion to this similar death match. We're all in this death match, for fucking God's sake. The mating jungle of burning colognes and flowery ammonias filled with fractals of glitter. Where and why and who makes all that goddamn glitter? The catalog mentality, but unfortunately and circumstantially, it makes me fucking sick. To really truly consider being a part of that attempted orgy in the rapist culture mindset of hungry eyes and pornographic hiccups, telephone tape recordings of faux sexist submission. They even laugh a little as you sell them some dignities. I'm dread-laden with memories of charged over lips quivering and space-bound pupils, blood traders possessed by the memories, wriggling like a drier eel now. Love is all of that grit beneath the nail and tooth. Wash each other, drink one another, devour and scramble one another, bashing out all that dust out really sloppy. I want to swallow all of her cum, remember, and the search and respect for old women, my old women, ex-girlfriends, and you can't pretend you're different in the soul. To the holder of all your worst moments, they'll always remember them. Get over it. You can't control yourself. Your wounds gotta heal on their own. Red-faced bawling, wild-eyed screaming matches over cigarettes and money for food and rent. How stupid. How too late you realize how awful your childlike ability just to give a stiff lip and a stable emotion. She's not gonna let you go back. The romance is a simple ghost. Prestigious sloth, broken idle heads on the curb of the workman's corner, Frankenstein torches screaming, "Innocence and beast! It's man, you fool! Bloodthirsty vegetated slug in sperm and drool, broken to splinters in the Vicodin cesspool, spinning spools weaving grief, no answer for cancer, no dancers on the stage, no false belief. Sickness stain, hemorrhage pain, culture veins slit, uncontrollable urge to throw oneself forward toward the deepest, blackest, hardest grit. Test yourself through desire and craving, self-enslaving. You lie to your own reflection that you feel engaging. And absolutes in ignorance, your shallow mind and soul are vain." The second one that I wrote is actually like